Welcome to Getting Home Sourced with G. Your one-stop shop for all things real estate. Gianno is your go-to guy with over 25 years of experience in the game, serving up the insider scoop on buying, selling, and investing in two of the hottest markets, Las Vegas, Nevada, and Cabo, Mexico. Whether you're looking to score the perfect home, seal the deal on a sale, or dive into the world of international investments, G's got the tips, tricks, and swagger to make it happen. Remember, in Nevada, the smart choice is the right choice. And when it comes to Cabo, you better go oceanside with Cabo G. If you were looking for a quiet, tranquil show about real estate, this ain't it. Gianno has this thing called passion. Let's unleash the beast. This is Welcome to Getting Home Sourced. And now your host, Gianno.
Hey, what do you say? Hey, folks, we got another rockin' show here at Getting Home Sources. I'm your host, Gianno, and folks, this is my trilogy. This is part one of 3 of the big reveals of the entire year. The title of the show is My Cabo Press Release. So hint on that, that's the show. We're gonna jump right in on it first. But of course, I always like to start off by saying good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to wherever you're listening around the world. Thank you so much for tuning in. And of course, my newbies, my first timers, maybe second timers, just want to say thank you so much for tuning into the show. Really appreciate you listening. Whoever referred you, thank them for me. And if you're just tuning in just because you found me, thank you so much for finding me. Make sure you subscribe, like the website, like the show, like the webpage, like everything, right? So we go to gettinghomesource.com. Also go to my website, vegashomesource.com, because I have my fresh newsletter over there. I have MLS access for both Cabo, New Mexico, as well as Las Vegas, Nevada. We have great information, and we're going to be revamping the website there, so another teaser into the show. But also, of course, who else but the engine that drives the Ferrari? You know who you are. It's all of you. It's the community. It's the family. We're bringing it all together, and also at the same time, we're bringing it out to the masses, right? So thank you so much for your loyalty, your listenership. Thank you so much. You know I love you guys. So again, I can't do the show without you, and thank you for all your support, because it does mean the world to me, and I really do mean that. I really do appreciate every single one of you. And I get emails from you, I get text messages, I get phone calls, so I know that the show is making a difference for a lot of you, because I get the feedback. I'm talking to you live, or I'm texting with you, or you're sending me emails, or we're conversing that way. Either way, I want to say thank you for that. But, of course, before I get into my big announcement, I also want to say again, my Concierge Partnership Program. We talked about that every week now for the show. We have it locally here in the States for Las Vegas. We have basically helping out the community here, folks. I'm bringing people together, making it happen. So for my local listeners that are listening here, if you're a realtor and you have a property and you're having trouble selling it, you reach out to me. Let's get that property out there for you. And again, for the home builders out there that are struggling a little bit, you're trying to move your product as well, you reach out to me. We'll get it out there for you. We want to bring buyers and sellers, realtors and home builders together, because that's what it's all about here. It's community. We all have to work together and participate together to make the difference, right? So that's my Concierge Partnership Program for here locally in Las Vegas, Nevada. Now, of course, we have our Concierge Partnership Program in Los Cabos, and I'm adding a third one onto that. So we're going to, again, part of the reveal. So, of course, I have my Mendano Massage. We know the owner there. So if you want a massage on a beach, you're in the marina area, you don't know where to go, you're just all uptight, you just flew in, you need to relax, you want to hear that ocean breeze, and maybe the margarita machine if it's in the afternoon too, so that's always fun. reach out to me. We'll get you set up over there. And Cadoon Hotel right across the street from my office. We get you set up over there. Great, really a great property, beautiful property. We talked about that before. Rooftop deck, 360 panoramic view of the city, 5 minutes from the beach. Phenomenal, right? And finally, for my concierge tax benefits partnership program, again, folks, we talked about that before. When you're buying property, what do you want to do? You want to protect the asset. You want to put it in some type of corporate entity or a trust, family trust, what have you, or a business trust. Again, reach out to me for basically domestic use or for international use. You can do it wherever. For my international friends that look to buy property here in the U.S. or in Mexico, you want to get asset protected. That is a must. Okay, so it's live the corporate life. Those are my partners there. Family operation. They'll take care of you. We'll take care of you, and that's the whole idea, and get you set up. But now, without further ado, what I want to talk about, the big reveal. As I've been preaching all along for 2026, what did I say, folks? Everything in 2025 that's behind the scenes is now coming to fruition every single month. And now my gosh, I can't even believe it. We're almost at the end of May, folks. We're pretty much going into the middle year. It's going to be sometime here in the United States here soon. It's unbelievable. Like a blink of an eye, it's gone by that fast. But again, we talked about what? Big acquisitions, big deals, breaking news globally and domestically. And now the part one of the trilogy announcement is that the reveal here is, this has been going on now since last year. So the blockbuster is that I'm proud to announce that after 4 years of having my office as Oceanside Real Estate Group in Cabo, now we have joined the Christie's International Real Estate Group family. So now, thank you so much, because for Christie's International Group, we are now part of the family. We are now on the map here in Los Cabos, Mexico. I cannot believe it that now we just took the local Los Cabos real estate, which, by the way, we were top 6 in sales last year, and now we have a national brand blended together. Now we're called Christie's International Real Estate Group Oceanside Los Cabos. I know it's pretty long. We're merging the 2 names together, but that's what it is. So I am so excited. I mean, this is, folks, a game changer. I mean, this is what I talk about. It's real deal. It's street talk. It's real talk. But more importantly, it's making a difference. And I believe that really after 4 years with the office and now getting that national, really global brand in there, it's just going to make Los Cabos now just that much better all the way around, because it is a game changer for the city, because you need that elegance and that class and just bringing it up a notch, because it's not just, I mean, yeah, you walk around in flip-flops and hold a beer in your hand and a koozie and you're running around and whatever. But you know what? Things are becoming very high-end, luxury, upscale, between properties, between restaurants, between beautiful buildings that are being built and condos and high rises and the whole 9 yards. I mean, really, it's all about the brand, right? And we're going to talk about that later on in the show. But Christie's International is now, we're part of the family. So I want to really share that with you. And thank you so much for Christie's for the opportunity, because now I truly believe that we're a global destination for a real estate company. Not that we weren't already, but now, what does this mean, folks? It means that Los Cabos, it just takes it a step up. It's stepping up your game. It's elevating. It's scaling up. You heard those buzzwords before. You do that in business, and that's what you have to do in business to succeed, right? So, I mean, Christie's International Real Estate now has offices really in over 50 countries. So now you're including Mexico, which we're already in Mexico because there's a sister company that's out of the Cancun area there by Tulum and Playa del Carmen. But for Baja California Sur, folks, we're live. We just went live May 18th. So this is the launch, but we're bringing it to you fresh, because why? You're hearing it before you're going to see it elsewhere. And that's what we do. We do breaking news, and we're giving it to you live. So there you go. So now here we are, over 50 countries. We have 12,000 plus agents. We have 500 affiliate brokerages around the world. And now here we are in Los Cabos. And I got to tell you, I'm jacked up because of the fact that what do you do in life? You always want to aim to be better. You want to grow. You want to evolve, right? I mean, you don't want to stay stagnant all your life. You want to take that leap of faith. Of course, you do your homework and your due diligence. But right now, really, this is the proper time. A lot of things are going on around the world. We talked about shifts, right? In past episodes and what have you. People are shifting all over the world. Everybody's looking to invest money. And again, the writing's on the wall. I mean, I've been talking about the Cabo airport expansion. I've been talking about nonstop flights, like again, with the UAE and Dubai coming in the next couple of years, nonstop and what have you. You have European flights coming nonstop. So there's growth. What happens with growth? You have to evolve. You have to have that attraction, right? So that's why, again, with Christie's, really, folks, it's almost like, it's like a connection, right? You have to have a connection with a brand or a name. And you just think about that and it just gives you a good feeling and a good vibe. And I think with the decision that we made here, it's just going to really be game changer. I know it's going to be a game changer because you can see it already, the enthusiasm with other agents in the office. It's really super exciting. And it's super sexy too, because you're bringing in all that class, that elegance, that swagger. And just the quality of service and the people that work, right? Because a name is a name, but, we are who we are. And I just feel excited about the fact that now we're merging the two together because, again, with Christie's, I know a lot of you are like, well, wait a second, isn't it an auction house? You're right. It is an auction house connection, okay? So, but the thing is that it's a dedicated auction house liaison because, as you know, we can list a property on the auction house sites if we wanted to, as well as the interiors, if there's valuables and what have you. That's how we work out the deal and work out the relationship over there. And I'm going to get into a little bit of that as well into the show. But as you all know, that, again, luxury to me is a level of service in my book. It's not just a price point. And I think it's important to understand that, oh, okay, here we go. We're talking about luxury properties and we're pricing me out. No, not pricing anybody out. Because, again, sometimes people believe a lie long enough it's the truth or they just assume, right? Okay, so we don't want to get into assumptions because we know what that means, folks. But the idea is that you have to look at it because people think of luxury, it's a very broad definition, but to me, to simplify it, to make it easier, and it's important for all of my clients that are listening out there, future clients, customers, friends, what have you, luxury is a level of service, not the price point, okay? So that's something you have to think about because it's the truth and it pertains to everybody, all right? So now let me just give you a little bit of history so you can kind of understand, so we can digress a little bit. The Christie's Auction House was founded 250 years ago in London, England, and has evolved with its real estate division. So their real estate division was kind of ancillary type. So they set it up, but they were like, whatever, no big deal. It's just, let's just keep it the way it is, but we're not going to really focus too much on it, right? So with the ancillary division of the real estate side, they focused more on the auction house, right? But of course it grew, it evolved. And then what happened was that they were just combining everything and converging on everything. Houses, jewelry, whatever, everything went through the auction. Okay, fine. So now what happens is that to evolve with the real estate side of it, if you're not going to sell your home, of course, like if you do sell your home, of course, they're going to evaluate it and then they give you a price point and then put it on the market. Of course, with non-homes and you're going to sell non-property, and it's going to be art or jewelry or a car or something of value that's a minimum of $100,000. Again, Christie's will take it and will sell it for you. Of course, there's going to be commission on that as well because think of it as a consignment. They sell it on your behalf. Now you got to pay the auction house because they're the ones that are doing the work for you to sell it. Kind of like, when we have over here in the United States, we have the Barrett-Jackson Auto Show, again, consignment, high-end vintage cars and regular cars, old-style cars. And they take a percentage. That's how they make their money.
You are not in the position to ask for anything. We will take what we wish.
So the flagship location, because of course I had to do the deep dive and get all the information for you. The flagship auction houses were founded, the first one obviously in London, England, right? So then it went to New York City in the USA, Paris, France, Hong Kong, and Geneva, Switzerland. Now, the additional rooms, as I found out, you could find in Dubai, in the UAE, Amsterdam, Milan, Italy, Shanghai, China, and Zurich, Switzerland, right? So Christie's International leveraging solutions is through what? The power of network through our numerous real estate offices and agents, as well as the auction houses. So now they merged it together. And again, I'm going to tell you why when we get into that later on in the show. But the U.S. real estate company Compass, right? They came in and acquired Christie's back in 2025, and they put together a 100-year agreement with the Christie's auction house to work in liaison with each other. So, hey, we have the real estate division. We're using the name. It's your name, but we're using it. That's the way the deal worked itself out. So we're working together for both the auction house, getting the auction house clientele to go and use us to go purchase property worldwide. And in turn, everybody uses the Christie's auction house to sell off their high-end belongings of value of assets. Again, minimum 100,000 and higher. And that could be USD, it could be pounds, it could be francs, it could be what have you. But at the end of the day, that's the relationship that we have with the auction house. And folks, again, it's just synergy. It's bringing everything together. And it's what? It's evolving. It's growing. And again, with the auction house, and again, selling off that real estate arm, people get confused because they think that the auction house still owned the real estate company globally. Yeah. And the answer to that is no, actually, they didn't. They sold it off in 2021 with At Properties, which is based out of Chicago. And then Compass out of New York City came in and bought out At Properties, and hence brought that in as their crown jewel per se of their, basically their franchise, right? Because now they're conglomerate, they're buying all sorts of real estate companies, Century 21, Sotheby's, Better Home and Gardens, ERA, and what have you. So, but Christie's was their first one back in 2025 in January. So been about a year and a half now. And again, I just think that when you keep growing and evolving, you're building their family, because Compass has their family of real estate companies. And we were the first ones in the fold before everybody else came in. So I know it's a lot to digest. So let's do this. Let's take a quick commercial break. And when we come back in the back half of the show, we got a whole bunch of goodies to talk about on the back half. So stick around. We'll be right back.
Are you looking for a national and international realtor for your real estate needs? Are you in the market to buy, sell, invest, renting, or leasing? Do you need someone that handles residential, commercial land across the globe? Well, here in Las Vegas, Gianno is in your backyard, where he covers Nevada, Arizona, and Mexico. Gianno can help you directly, but wait. If you are outside Gianno's border crossing, Getting Home Sourced has you covered. Because with our partnership group, Gianno is connected worldwide, but not only throughout the US, but like your Visa card. Gianno is everywhere you want him to be. So don't be shy. Call him, email, or even text, as he answers the phone every day all day. Then guide you to his partners, because remember, at Getting Home Sourced, Gianno is the source of the source.
Hey everyone, we have a pretty big announcement.
Hey, what do you say? Thank you so much for sticking around on the back half of Getting Home Sources. I'm your host, Gianno, and again, thank you so much. But also, more importantly, thank you to Christie's. This is the new reveal. Now we have Christie's in Cabo. We're a part of it. It's La Familia, it's family, it's getting out there, it's growing, it's evolving. And again, folks, Christie's is for everybody. Don't just think that it's just a brand for high-end, wealthy people. It's not. It's for everybody. And I want people to be very clear about that we're here for you. It doesn't matter what price point, okay? We talked about it before. Luxury is about service, not about price, okay? It's how you get quality treatment. Again, that's why I always talked about before, even before joining Christie's and merging with Christie's. Again, I gave my luxury concierge service, this white glove treatment. We talked about that last year. And now all of a sudden we transform that and then bring it in on the Mexico side. It's a beautiful life. I mean, it's just great. And I'm just so happy to share it with you and really super excited about it. And when you come down and you visit the office, you're going to see why just really, really, really good stuff that's going to be coming to the future for everybody. So that's why you have to use me, folks, because when you come in, I'm here for you. I'm at your service. We're going to make it happen. We have the tools now, the marketing, everything that you need, both as a buyer and a seller, to be successful in getting the properties that you want. And that's really what it's all about. It's all about you, but I got to tell you what it is, so this way you know why it's about, right? So that's how that works. But for the consumer, as well as everybody else in real estate, we all know that the brand is what really, brings it with, being intentional and deliberate, right? Because that's the attitude that you have to have, but on a global level, right? So what is that based on? Okay, it's based upon how we all get along and how we work together, how we network, how it all works out. That's the most important, right? So that's why when you have intention, when you're deliberate about things, what do you have? You have purpose, and you have focus, and you have desire, and you have that hunger. We talked about those buzzwords before, right? See how the meatball gets made, see how it all comes together. These are the ingredients for success, for evolution, for growth. Okay, there's a method for my madness, folks. If you listen to the show, it's almost like the Da Vinci Code. All the clues it's all coming together. So that's what it's all about. It just happens that way. It's a synergy, and you hear that word a lot, and you're going to continue to hear that word a lot. But for all my Christie International real estate agents, guess what? The good news, whether you're in Canada, whether you're in Mexico, of course, mainland, we talked about that just now, Europe, Australia, Middle East, South Africa, South America, Asia, I'm here for you, folks. This is what it is now. Now we're on the map. Now I'm like the little brother, the baby brother that just came into the family, born into the family. So what happens with always the youngest ones? We always want to give attention to the young ones. So this is what it's all about now. So you get the attention. We're going to work together. You know how to reach out to me over here. This is what we're doing. And for those that might be in shock, I hope it's happiness, because you're like, wow, we finally got a Christie's office in Cabo. This is great. We can send clients down to and send referrals down to. This is what it's about. Part of the reveal for my realtor friends that are with the Christie's brand all over the world. If you're hearing this, or if you know somebody that's a Christie's agent, please let them know that Christie's International, Oceanside, Los Cabos, we are here. We're in the game. We're open for business. Name's been changed already. Again, I'm going to be working on my website here over the next week or two. Everything all changed over. So you're going to see the name changes and what have you on the Mexico side, and also little fun stuff that we're going to be plugging into the website as well for everybody, as what? More tools and more information that's free given to you. Again, it's luxury, it's quality of service. This is what Vegas Home Source is all about. And now that I have Christie's as my Mexico partner and family, it just that gets that much better, right? So,
yes, you're a man of many talents.
Again, for my domestic friends and my brothers and sisters as well. Okay, so again, just for people to understand, so I work with HomeSmart Encore, which is in Las Vegas, but HomeSmart Corporate out of Arizona and Phoenix. So two different companies. So domestically, I'm with HomeSmart. So I've also worked with a lot of you already, referring me business from different parts of the country. So thank you so much for that. That's not going to change. We're still going to continue to do that. And you can also still refer business to me in Mexico. But I'm just saying that now for my international friends and people that are domestic here for Christie's, hey, we could work in Las Vegas too. We don't have a real estate office, Christie's, in Las Vegas, Nevada. We had one years ago. They went away quiet in the night. Okay, so we haven't had one since. Maybe we might have one in the future. I don't know. But for right now, we don't. So for my Christie friends, both domestic and international, if you have clients looking in Las Vegas, I can certainly take care of you for that. My website has the MLS there for you and for your clients to take a look at. So we cover that. We cover commercial, we cover residential, land leasing, the whole 9 yards. And for my HomeSmart friends, brothers and sisters and what have you, send your clients down to Cabo if they're not coming to Las Vegas. I got you covered there as well. So I just want to be clear that, we're working with everybody, but I know the Christie's Direct is going to be with Mexico, but then also HomeSmart Direct here domestically, and then just crossing over, right? So that's pretty easy to figure out there. But like I said, it's breaking news. It's actual, factual, practical. Those are my lines I like to share with everybody. And this is what it's all about, folks. So right now, with that being said, I mean, we have to focus now on, again, the consumer. We focus on the client. We focus on what are we doing? Okay, we're integrating materials for everybody, okay? So it's going to be marketing. It's going to be brochures. It's going to be social media. It's going to be everything that you could think of in today's society that you need to grow your business. Now we have that component. We get that extra support and we get that extra boost. So it is a rebranding, no question about it. So again, that's why it's going to take time to get things going, but that's okay. The main thing is that for people to know that we are live, we're here for you, we're up and running. And again, just for my, US based people, don't be confused. I mean, again, real estate's real estate. You can always refer people in different offices. It doesn't necessarily have to be the same office, right? But because Christie's is located in Mexico and now I'm part of the Christie's family in Los Cabos, that's where you have the connection direct there. And then, like I said, with HomeSmart, direct in the US, and then just cross over from Mexico and for the US. But so basically, I hold two companies in two different countries. So it makes it fun and exciting, and it's fresh, and it's all about what? Technology. Okay, so the technology is there. That's why when you go on to my Vegas Home Source site, you'll see that. And again, nothing changes. Everything is there. It's just two different brands, right? So that's what we're talking about. But Compass, again, likes to call Christie's their crown jewel of the family. And since now they have a Baja California Sur presence, now we work independently. Okay, so even though we're under the parent company of Compass, just again to explain, but Christie's operates independently. Their corporate offices actually are in Chicago, Illinois, in the United States, and then it's just branching out from there, right? That's what we talked about before. We're a franchise, not an affiliate. Big difference because we're direct, where other people might be affiliates and have limited situations where we're not. We're full boat. We're all in strong. We get all the information. You're going to see how that all works out for you and how the website, once that gets changed and once all the information's in there, it's going to look really, really sharp and really clear and crisp, and which is what we're looking for to always better the game. And again, so how does this benefit you, the buyer, and you, the seller? Again, it's really simple. It's the exposure of the Christie's brand that exudes what? Quality and class, and you're getting everything that you want, right? It's like that, my concierge white glove service, okay? But now you're having it with that Christie's brand. Of course, you're going to have it with me as well, regardless anyway, no matter what, right? But the point is that this is what the brand brings, okay? This is what it exudes. This is the luxury sector now of the Baja California Sur, which is basically the BCS, okay? It's growing because, like I said, the average sale price now is $1 million US. And again, like I said before, not to be undone, there are properties underneath. I'm just saying that when you take the averages of the expensive properties and you merge them with the properties that are under $1 million, right? So obviously the average out is $1 million. Now people are going to say, wow, that's a lot of money. Well, yes and no, but the thing is that it's more expensive in California. It's more expensive in Arizona, New York City, okay, Miami, Dallas. So when again, it's lifestyle, it's vacation lifestyle, okay, second home, could be primary home. But the point is that you base yourself on what? It's not so much about price, it's really about what you're looking for and what makes you happy. And that's what Cabo is all about. So the exposure of the marketing tools, the advertising, this is what the seller wants. And what the buyer is seeking is quality and elegance. And now you have both in Los Cabos, okay? So this is what we're bringing to you, folks. I mean, it's just only going to get better and better because what is real estate? Real estate is about syndication, okay? I talked about this earlier. It's shaping how the world does business for all of us because people always ask, well, isn't Sotheby's the same as Christie's? Of course, I used to ask that question, okay? But it was pretty cool because when we were going through the switchover and stuff and we had our powwow and people were asking that question, it was pretty funny how many people asked, but wait a second, isn't Christie's and Sotheby's the same? Aren't they owned by aren't they really one company split in two? Well, no, they're not. They're separate entities, but they're both luxury offices. They're both great brands and they both have high-end auction houses. So that's why people kind of sometimes get confused. So my response was, okay, well, what do you, we'll just take a car for example. Well, do you think that a BMW is the same as a Mercedes, is the same as a Porsche? Okay. Is a Rolls Royce the same as a Bentley? Okay. So that's kind of like the mentality. It's who do you go to that draws to you? What gets you excited? What gets your intentions and what gets your deliberate purpose on making that decision and moving forward? What's the name that gets you really jacked up and motivated? And that's what you go with, right? Okay, so again, you go into the car scenario. Some people may like Bentley over Rolls Royce. Some people may like Mercedes over Porsche and BMW, and then BMW over Porsche and Mercedes, and what have you. So it's like that mosh pit. You're taking a pick. It's all luxury brands. It's who do you gravitate to? What makes you feel good? What do you enjoy about that particular brand or that particular car? That's the same thing between Christie's and Sotheby's, just to make that explain properly, because I don't want to get negative feedback on this. Like, what are you talking about? No. That's the explanation right there. So really, folks, like I said, in life, what do they say? It's location, 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 but you have to add on what? Marketing, marketing, marketing. Okay. And then with that, you go brand, brand, brand. So we all gravitate to a brand. And this is what we feel good about. We feel good about why? Because what does it come with? When you think of something, whether it be ice cream or whether it be pizza or whether it be, chicken dishes or duck or, what have you, foie gras. What do you like about that? That's so great because you hear about it because what? It's good feeling. It's what? Goodwill. Okay. It's good faith with what we do when we're dealing with who? People and clients and restaurants and what have you, right? You hear a good thing about it. Boom. It's got to be good. Why? Because so many people have said it, so it's got to be true. And that's kind of what it's all about, right? So this is what we want in life. We want quality. We want class of service. We don't just want that because of a name and say, okay, I work for, ABC Realty, so therefore the name speaks for itself. Well, not necessarily, because the agent also has to speak on behalf of the company, the brand. So it's like a two-part equation. Yeah, the brand might be good, but if you don't have the agent that's just as good as the brand and carrying that and representing it properly, then you get the bad experience when you go to a restaurant. It could be a high-end restaurant. You spend a lot of money. What happens? Either the service is bad or the food's no good. And what happens? Now you become dissatisfied and now not so much. And a lot of times people won't give it a second chance. It's just a one and done. Kind of same thing with real estate. You get that bad taste in your mouth. You get the one bad experience with a realtor or broker, real estate agent, how you ever want to describe it. And then this is what happens, no good, and we don't want that. So that's why it's important to what? Pick and choose. You do your homework. You see you're going to work with, because again, the more tools, the more support system that you have on the back end just makes the front end that just much more what? Glossy, sexy, exciting, and good faith and goodwill. And that's what we want. We want the quality. We want the luxury lifestyle. We want the luxury properties. Okay, so that's why with Christie's, I'm really super excited at this opportunity. I wanted to share this with everybody. But before we wrap up the show, I wanted to leave you with two quotes that I always hang up on my wall. And I always have to look at it and meditate on it a little bit, just to kind of just give myself a kick in the tushy and realize what the purpose and meaning of what I'm doing and why it's important with what I'm doing. Not so much for the show, but also the different projects like I talk about, why I do what I do on my website, with the tools, the marketing, the free items that I give away for people. Because it's not just about me, as we hear about other people when we talk about things, right? Everybody's like, me, all over the place. It's not about me. It's about we. It's about community and family. So that's why I say that. So my first quote basically states is, what you are not changing, you are choosing. So I'll say it again. What you are not changing, you're choosing. And the second quote is, it's a pretty famous one. I'll see if anybody writes into me and says, see where you heard this before. It is not who I am underneath that's important, but it is what I do that defines me. Okay. So now that I'm proud to say that I've elevated myself and my business and my model, because success is not what you achieve, but it's what you believe and is the person that you become. Okay. Because the goal in life is always what? It's the marathon. It's not the short sprint. It's the marathon to get to the finish line, which is the end of life. But along the way, it's the journey. We always talk about that. You always hear those cliches. But really, again, success to me is the person that you become with all the hard work that you put in. When you build something, you build of yourself, you're building your life, you're building for your family or for your family, your loved ones. You're starting to start a family or what have you, or your relationships that you're in. That's what it's all about. So that's why, like I always tell people, I'm always at your service, and I'm excited to work with all my new Christie's family. So again, Christie's International, thank you so much. Really excited about this. So congrats for the office here in Los Cabos, Mexico, and also for all the other agents. We're all really, really pumped up and excited to get to work and under the new brand and really expand out our network. So again, for all my Christie's friends that are listening throughout the world, again, all over, doesn't matter domestically in the U.S. or outside internationally, please get a hold of me. I'm your go-to. I'm the source of the source for you here right now. You heard it live. We are open in Mexico. I'm under the Christie's umbrella, just like you guys are. So now there's no reason why not to reach out and call. And again, we cover everything. Like I said before, residential, commercial, land leasing, businesses, what have you. We do it all. Okay, so it's the really true brokerage that covers everything, not only in Cabo, but also in Las Vegas as well. And again, you have the MLSs to search that out to see it on my website, VegasHomeSource.com. So in the near future, like I said, I got 2 more reveals. This is part 1 of the trilogy, okay? So this is what kicks off 2026. We've been talking about this before. I know I've been teasing a couple things. This is the first one. Now, I promise you, the other 2 are going to come within, I would say, probably about the middle of July. So one should be coming up next month, and the other one definitely in the middle of July. That one is going to be the best one. I'm saving that one for last in the trilogy because what do? You always save the best for last. So I can't reveal my secrets just yet, but trust me when I tell you, it's like Star Wars, Star Trek, all the trilogies, all the stuff put together. It is going to be definitely an adventure. I can't say space adventure, but maybe space between, the U.S., space between 2 countries, right? The U.S. and for Mexico. But on that note, I just want to say thank you so much. I love you all. Thank you so much for reaching out and your support. Please continue to do so. Please tell your friends. Please subscribe to the page. We want to make a difference. We want to get out there. Like I said before last week, we're not the little engine that could. We're the little engine that did, and we're going to keep on doing it. So on that note, when we grow, the family grows, and now with Christie's, our family, our community here on this show just got stronger, better, classier, sexier, and wiser. And I'm so happy to share this with you because it really makes me feel good because, again, I'm making a difference. And what better else the way to come out and do Reveal Part 1. So on that note, take care. God bless. And hey, guess what? We're going to do it again next week as well. Take care and cheers.
Give me the whip.
The bar's closed.
Okay, bye. Bye-bye, bye-bye.
You have just listened to Getting Home Sourced with your radio host, Gianno Buonaguro. This podcast is a registered trademark and may not be reproduced without the express written consent of VegasHomeSource.com. For additional information about buying, selling, or investing in real estate, call or text Gianno toll-free at 888-528-2810 or visit his website at VegasHomeSource.com. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.